Hello and welcome to Geek at Play Studio tutorials. In this tutorial we'll look how to work a little bit more with a haze, with lighting in a foggy kind of environment. So let's go ahead and load it our atmosphere. We'll load it default in a physical. Okay, next we'll start creating terrain so we can work with presets. Let's go click on terrain. Now we'll go ahead, right click, go to edit object. We go reset. And one thing, we go start work with the add function and filters. So when you open a function to terrain, double time click, we'll go to terrain altitudes and select the blog type. Let's click OK. Let's set scale about 10 and amplitude maybe around 26. Click OK. So we'll create nice kind of poking formations from the ground. So one thing what I want to do, like right here you can see it's a very hard edge, and we'll click zero edge so it will smooth around. Next we'll go ahead and let's clip slightly, just a little bit, so we don't have it any bottom, we'll just have it those kind of formations. Click OK. Go ahead a little bit, adjust them and drop it to the ground. Again, if you want it, we can just slightly rotate so we have it kind of nice view. Okay, let's take our camera, view slightly above. There you go. So we have a nice view on the horizons. Okay, next what we're going to do is create another terrain. Move a little bit away. Just slightly scale and stretch. So this will be our kind of far away formation of the same rock. So right click, edit object. One thing what I want to do for this, because it's higher, I want to increase scale. Scale won't work very well for the procedure terrain, but for the standard it's work very well. So let's go reset it. We'll click on function, and it's already remember what we used before, so we'll just click OK. It may take a little bit time depending on speed of your computer, so let's will regenerate our terrain. So let's wait for a second. Okay, now it's completed. You can see because we increase scale here, it's also increase scale in our terrain. So let's go again, clip it just a little bit, just that off bottom. Okay, and we'll go ahead and click zero edges as well. Let's click OK. One thing, if you want it, you can just go ahead and stretch them a little bit in a Z direction. If you want for them, it will be a little bit more visible on our background. Let's move them closer. Okay, next we go ahead, click on the ground and put this to the grass. As well, we click on two terrains and switch this to the grass as well. Now when we have the next step, let's go add water there. So we click on the water, and now we come closer and just be sure the water drop almost to the ground. I want to see our objects, but because we have it ground down and clipping, it will look seamless for us. So we'll render our image. Here we have it kind of like swampy look. Again, we can go ahead and replace water. We'll go to liquid and switch maybe to channel water. So have this little bit more greenish look. Let's go now again, select our two terrains, double time click on material editor, and material editor we add ecosystem. Let's go add plant, and we'll select dry weeds. Let's click OK. And density, we'll pop up our density about 9089. We'll leave decaying it for an object because I don't want the weed populating underwater, but I will decrease this to 1%. In scaling, we reduce scale slightly, maybe about 2, and click on a shrink at a low densities. Okay, now we're ready to click populate button. Okay, again, if you think it's not enough density, we can pop up higher. Let's click OK and render. And now you can see we have a kind of interesting swampy look, but it's no density to this. So it's very nice to when you can manipulate and add haze in your lighting, in your atmosphere settings. It's bring more interesting view. So let's work on this. Let's go to atmosphere editor, and we go ahead right now in the sky, fog and haze. So right here, what we're going to do, it is just slightly pop up haze color and fog ground density, decrease altitude, and what is important right now is work with aerial perspective. So we'll click on this and type 100. You can notice right now we already have a very nice kind of fog added between rocks. So this is give it a very nice distance view already. So let's go to next. It is we can manipulate a little bit with glow intensity, but I want to actually increase our sky. So we'll drop down a little bit, make it darker. So we can pop up a little bit more on the haze here. Next we go into lighting. Let's decrease corona. We'll go switch to global illuminations, ambient light, and again I like a bit darker to saturated. It's up to how you like it, your taste. And here we maybe want a little bit more to the ambient light. Next, let's go to the cloud, and we go ahead and add just spectral 2 clouds. Cloud front. Let's click OK. Next, we go ahead and increase cover to about 80. Less. This will be on the middle. Next, we will work with the details. Leave it there. Increase a little bit feathering and sharpen. Put ambient lighting down. And maybe just slightly opacity down so we have it better looking on those ones. Okay, let me see how we can modify it a little bit, maybe more to sunlight right here. Okay, again, sky fog, decrease our sky density and height. Okay, also on a glowing just a little bit less. I think this is already provided very good coloring for us. Okay, I think we click OK now. Let's go render our final preview. Okay, so here is our image, and you can see with the even default lighting we can see very nice the fog and haze displayed in our semi-swamp. Okay, couple tips on the lighting with this. If you have your sun, be sure it doesn't position all the way up. The lower is, the better you kind of can see haze. If you position camera all the way on top, it will kind of suppress your haze and it's make it look a little bit flatter. So if you want make a little bit more distance, be sure you position sun down closer to the horizon. That will provide the better looking kind of more hazy atmosphere. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geek@Play Studio. Please come visit us on the web at www.geekatplay.com.